G'day everyone, Uncle Jojo Warm Jigger to another ripper of an episode. Today we're going to talk about laying a floorboard and what's called an overlay floorboard. An overlay floorboard is a floorboard that is laid over the top of an existing area. So if the floor's already been done, whether it be floorboards or particle boards, then what we do is we overlay it with a different type of flooring, which will be a feature type floor cladding. Quite often we get asked about engineered boards and floating floors or floating boards. There's a difference between that and a direct stick overlay. Overlay boards are a solid timber. This one's 19 mil, you can get them in 14 mil and you can get them in 12 mil, depending on the type of timber and the grade of that timber. Here we've got an Aussie Blackwood, and it's a beautiful timber, and it's also sustainably grown and harvested locally, which is exactly what we're after. Now, this will get glued and then secret nailed, as you can see down the hallway here. That's all been done absolutely beautifully all through here. Joints are lovely, everything's worked well. We'll glue these down as we nail them, and the machine will nail them through the groove here, and it'll shoot this and push it back into the next board through an angle and biting the meat of the product, or the chunk of the timber here, and that will be pierced through and come through. It works an absolute treat. Make sure it helps a lot with no face fixing, makes it really easy then to varnish them and fix up, sands them and clean them all up like that, and then give them a good coating, a protective coating over the tops of the timbers. Overlay boards are my favorite types of boards to be using. Again, if you haven't seen it before, huge fan on using raw products, as many raw products as we can. So natural products wherever we're able to. There's so many different types of floorboards that we can use in Australia that are sustainably grown timbers and harvested properly. Wherever possible, always do your homework on the types of floors you're putting into your home. Whether you're in Australia, England, America, or any of those other places that are using solid timbers on their floors, make sure you do your homework on the types of timbers, where they come from, and hopefully locally grown and sourced. So we reduce the amount of resources we use, and we make sure that we're not we're not over logging the areas, and we're able to sustainably harvest those trees wherever we're able to. But better still, we're not using rainforest timber from places that are completely desecrated and aren't getting replenished, as well as the locals not getting what they deserve from the timbers and the environment that they live in. Got any questions or queries about that? Flick it over. I'll answer them for you best I can, whenever I can. Thanks for watching, and like always, stay hungry, banana peels. I'll see you in the soup.